Hello and welcome to
Hang
DnA.
on. Something's messed up with the camera. I can't get it to work.
What do you mean you can't get it to work?
Hang on a second.
I have no idea. Let's try this. Got it?
Yeah, it's working.
I'm impressive.
I've been trying to get those to work.
By the way, your camera is cheap.
I never do anything cheap. Welcome to DnA. So guys, you remember back in the first episode when we said we'll be here until we get kicked out?
At the mall, that is.
At the mall?
At the mall until we get kicked out. We got kicked out.
So, bear with us. We're trying to come up with some sort of set, and
This is what we have right now.
Yeah.
Mouse, mask, and Madman.
I like it.
Yeah. So, anyway, our story for today, we have a story.
And this is our, of course, Happy Halloween, first of all.
Yeah, Happy Halloween.
If you didn't notice, we're in costume. Well, we're actually not in costume.
No,
This is
I'm the Doctor, and this is...
Tony Stark. See, Robert Downey Jr. did it wrong. It's not all, I'm Iron Man. I'm Tony Stark. Tony Stark is way cooler. Come on.
Yeah,
I need the helmet, but,
but, yeah, anyway.
the whoosh factor,
So, Happy Halloween, and we have this particular story in our life that we thought would be particularly fitting for a Halloween video.
Mm-hmm. And just so you know, this is a true story.
It couldn't have been any truer if I had... Never mind.
Made it up yourself.
I was going to say something else too, but anyway. Anyway, do you want to tell the story or you want me to tell it?
Why don't you tell it? Because you're a better storyteller.
Well,
Not to stroke your ego.
we've had enough people doing that as it is today.
He gets all sorts of compliments on his costume. I got one, except the guy said, that's a nice Halo costume.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Really? Really? Thank you.
How many people did we see that complimented me?
3 or 4.
Three or
Anyway, this is...
Yeah. Anyway. So what happened one night was this was a Wednesday night.
And this has been a while.
Yes.
Like, this is probably like the beginning of the year-ish.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Yes, it was because it's kind of
So
cold.
it was early.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was early.
And we had just come from church. I had invited Dave to come to church with me.
Yeah, so it was
So-
like Wednesday night.
Yeah, and we were being particularly spiritual, And so we got in my car just to sit and chat. And it was dark already, and we were just chatting. And, I mean, we're just going on being us. And all of a sudden, the lights, like the church lights on the building, and then the lamps outside start flickering.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shut off. Like, they flicker, and then they shut off. And we're both like, what?
Yes. We were scared.
Yeah.
And that, as if that was not scary enough.
All of a sudden, oh, you want to?
No, you can go.
All of a sudden, the sky, lights up.
With the biggest crash I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's like,
it was
shh.
ridiculous.
Shh. Yeah.
Like, imagine, getting... I don't know what this is. What are you shaking?
It's like the sky was like, shh.
The shy was like... That's my, shaking money move, remember?
Yeah. Shh. Except it's not.
Yeah.
It's shh.
No, but this was... Imagine, having a flashlight in your eyes.
Yes.
Except multiplied by, infinity.
And this was like it's like the sky ripped open with light or something like that.
It was insane.
It was so scary that I grabbed hold of David and started. I think you grabbed hold of me too.
We were afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit it.
I mean, literally, this was possibly the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yes, this is definitely the scariest thing that's ever happened to the two of us. This was frightening.
Yeah, and so it stops. The sky stops, and there's just, nothingness.
Yeah, and it is completely pitch black everywhere. Although you kind of live in the middle of nowhere. So,
Yeah.
besides, the church lights, There really isn't much of anything anyway. Like, you kind of live in nowhere land. Just saying.
Anyway, so we just sit there a minute, like, because we thought like the rapture had happened or something, or what's the difference between the rapture and the apocalypse?
The rapture is basically the Christian version of the apocalypse.
Okay.
Except, like, the rapture kind of ends happy, at least for some people. Like, the apocalypse is just kind of like everyone dies and, like, utter torment.
Well, see, the thing was, we thought like the rapture had come or something, and so we were sitting there, and I can't remember, did it happen again? And then we called? Because it happened again.
Yes, it happened again. It happened a second time. The huge flash of lightning. Or something.
Whatever it was. And like I said, it stopped and then the lights kind of came back on.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like... I think we were touching each other just to make sure we were still there.
We weren't supposed to admit that.
Okay. Well, but if we were still there and we were like... When the lights go back out, and they don't just like cut, they like blink out noisily one by one. And then it happens again. And we were just like...
Something's at work.
Yeah. And so...
And we were doing this, apparently. This is...
And so after we like...
Freak out,
we're like, okay, well, we're both still here. So this must mean that if the rapture happened, we need to call someone. Like, because it's not saying much if both of us are still here. I mean, just the rapture, you're kind of like, So
he calls his girlfriend Laura.
Which is the first person, like...
First person that came to his mind.
Well,
good man.
No, but...
Good man.
But honestly, if one person's gonna be in heaven, it's gonna be her. Just saying.
I can't deny this.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, I'm calling her, and we didn't get her.
You couldn't get a hold of her.
And I was freaking. I was like, no, God, no. Please, I'm sorry. And then David...
Yeah, we really did. It's like Left Behind. Like,
so I'm like calling someone... Well, you called someone that was important to you too, but... I'm calling like...
I tried to call my mother, okay? Let's just throw it out there.
I was gonna say, I tried to call like the most amazing woman in my life.
I called my mother.
But you did too, so there's no shame in that. So, well, and the story continues after that. Like, you get a hold of your mom, though. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like...
And she's laughing at us, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, okay. So I try to call my family after I can't get Laura.
Yeah.
And I can't get a hold of them. And I call like
so
every
apparently
phone.
your family is like the saved ones or something.
Yeah. So I call all of them and can't get a hold
any of them.
So I'm like...
And I mean, you call like grandparents, like...
I did call my grandmother.
You called like your uncle twice removed. You called I think you called like your milkman. Like...
We have a milkman where I live, guys.
You do. He lives in the middle of nowhere. They haven't grown.
Anyway, you like pointing that out, don't you?
I do. I live in somewhat civilized land. You know.
So, but we actually, I tried calling my parents. I called my grandmother, got a hold of her, but I couldn't get my
mother,
my sister,
my
father, even the home phone. Like, I could not get a hold.
But it was like it was dead though, wasn't it?
I couldn't get anything.
Like, you couldn't even call it. Like, it was...
Okay. So, I mean, we've kind of established that some people are here and some people are not.
We're in tears, I'm sure. Like,
and I mean, we're
bawling, you know.
But we finally decide to separate after we calm down some. Because
I
was like, you could spend the night at my house. Yes. Remember?
Oh, and I almost took you up on that because, like, I was shaken up. Like, I considered talking. I think we talked on the phone the whole way home.
We did talk.
Of course, you were like 10 minutes from home. I had a 40-minute haul.
Yeah.
So I think I talked to you like the whole time because I was freaked.
We talked like the whole way home. And then as I pull into my driveway, my car shuts down. Like it literally.
Oh, I forgot about that.
This is even the scary. So my car, it doesn't just like die. It just all of a sudden shuts down. I'm freaked because, like, you've been to my house.
Yeah. He has a long
I have
driveway.
this freaky long driveway in the middle of the dark, creepy woods. In the middle
one
of nowhere.
scene in Baskerville where, like, I'm driving the car and you see someone run by.
Yeah.
That's his driveway.
And
except that's like a tent.
The cave, Baskerville is at my
Is his
house.
house.
That was my house in the entire woods. Like, that's my house.
But anyway, that driveway is long and scary as snot.
It is ridiculous.
In your words.
There is, thank you. There's only one person that I know of that has ever walked up my driveway, and I have to commend her for that.
Okay.
My car dies. I'm on the phone with David. I'm freaking out. I try to start it. It won't. It just is stopped. And so I'm like, okay, man, I have to walk up this driveway. And I can't remember what happened.
What happened is you said, hey, I'm going to do that, like, you said, like, you want to try calling other people or something. You said, hey, I'll call you right back.
Oh, yeah.
You don't call me back the rest of the night. I stay up for a couple hours.
Thinking I died.
Yeah, because he's like, I'll call you right back. Hey, give me a minute. Don't call me back, even though you said you would.
Well, see, and then... Well, what happened was I still wanted to call everyone. Like, I was trying to reach my house because the lights were out.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept calling, and I could not get a hold of anyone. And see, by this point, I was like past, I didn't think the rapture had happened or anything like that. But I thought this whole thing was like satanic.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the moment because my car just died. So I thought the moment I was going to step out and walk up, like if I didn't get eaten by a demon, as soon as I got out, I would meet the devil on the way up my driveway.
Which is exactly what actually did happen. And you died right then.
Well, yeah, I got killed and then regenerated as Doctor Who. Or Matt Smith's Doctor Who.
It has to be Matt Smith. It can't be your own Doctor Who. Okay.
Well, I mean, bow ties are cool.
So anyway, that is our scariest story that has ever happened to us.
Yep.
Together. What we want you guys to do is leave comments below. What is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Because we'd like to know.
Yeah, because...
we'd be intrigued.
I mean, we like telling our own stories, don't get us wrong, but we do like to hear about everyone else's as well.
So let us know what is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you. So, anyway, I guess that's it.
Yep. That's it. And cut.